Hello, Divine Feminine. I am here to do a reading today for a check-in with your Divine Masculine's energy and what's going on with them in their life, their relationships, their outlooks, their perspectives. Of course, all this being from a 3D perspective. And maybe we might be able to get a little bit of spiritual insight in there that will usually pertain more to you, Divine Feminine, and your side of things. Being that you're the one who's going through the spiritual awakening, it doesn't mean that it doesn't affect your Divine Masculine. Of course it does. You guys are two bodies, one soul. You guys share the same source energy, but that doesn't mean it's going to look the same in the realm of the 3D as to how that energy manifests. So that's what we're going to look at. Whoa, hold on there. I just kicked my camera. Hoy, that was no good. Sorry about that, guys. All right, we're almost there. Yeesh. Okay, doesn't have to be perfect, right? Okay, sorry about that, guys. All right, so this first card is about the purpose of you and your Divine Masculine meeting at the time that you have, your relationship, just kind of an overall, what is the purpose of the two of you meeting and the timing of it. So we're going to start with King of Cups. King of Cups. So with King of Cups, there is this the timing of you guys meeting at this point in time in your life is it because there is things that are going on in both of your lives that are difficult that need to be sorted out. You've come in, I guess, kind of as like a support for each other, but not in the traditional sense. So, you know, sometimes you might look at this experience that you're having with your Divine Masculine and think, oh my gosh, like, why are things going the way that they're going? This is the opposite of what I would call supportive, because they're running from me and it's causing me to have like an emotional breakdown. But that's a 3D perspective on things, right? That's an ego perspective on things. Now, we're not bashing the ego here. This is just what you would call your carnal mind, your human perspective. Sometimes we call that the ego. Then we're transcending that, right? We're transcending the mind. And so we have to look at it not from that perspective, but instead the soul's purpose. Why would the soul send in a support network that is going to tear down all of this stuff in your life and cause you to have a dark night of the soul and like, you know, a mental break almost with reality? Because it's meant to wake you up from the illusions that have created the circumstances to which you don't like and don't want. It's to wake you up to a new, empowered position in life where you recognize that you are the creator, not the one that is created. It's a break from identity and a return back to divinity. It's for you and for your Divine Masculine. So everyone always wonders what it's like from the Divine Masculine's perspective. But the thing is it's like you can't see it from their perspective because you're looking at the 3D reflection, not the internal stuff. Like, they don't know what's going on with you internally, right? Like, they don't recognize all this spiritual awakening. They can't see into you that way at the level of the mind. And you can't see into them that way at the level of the mind. This is why we are transcending the mind. That's why this relationship, this meeting, this experience with your twin flame causes you to transcend the mind. So that's the purpose of the two of you meeting and why things have kind of transpired the way that they have. It's a giant catalytic wake-up call into a return to self. Okay? That is the purpose of meeting each other in this period of time right now. Your mind wants it to be something else, like the fairy tale, right? But the true purpose of twin flames is something much greater than that. Does it lead back to that? Oh, of course, right? It leads you to your bliss and to your happiness, but not necessarily in the traditional way that your mind thinks or expects it to be. It's meant to break up those paradigms. And that's not an easy process for all of us to go through, including your divine masculine. Now, what are the kinds of blocks that are being experienced in the relationship between the two of you? For this, we have Ace of Swords. So with Ace of Swords, we have there's like mental clarity that is coming as the result of a lot of trial and error, a lot of what we would call mistakes. But mistakes are only there to teach us something valuable so that we can really step into the truth of who we are. If you notice, it's an interesting card here because this is my tarot deck of oppositions, right? So we have Ace of Swords in the upright and Ace of Swords in the opposite. But if you look at the artwork on this, it's kind of interesting. Up here, we're trying to pull ourselves up out, like we're trying to pull this sword out, right? But there's something down here unseen to us that is trying to hold it in this lower vibrational energy. It's trying to keep it there, to maintain it as it is. It doesn't want that elevation to take place. And that is the block that I would say is showing up in your relationship. There's this part of you that's calling to like a higher way of thinking. But there's the lower mind, the carnal mind, the egoic identity that wants to keep things down here, to keep things as they've been and doesn't want that. And so there's a resistance that is being created there that is causing inaction to take place. It seems like nothing's changing no matter how hard you work, no matter how hard you try. You and your divine masculine feel like you're like stuck or stagnant. And it's because duality needs to be collapsed, right? We have to get out of this and into this, and this right here is obviously duality, but in order to do that, we have to collapse that duality within the self to recognize that this doesn't actually exist, right? It doesn't actually exist. It's created by the perceptions of the mind. This is what really truly already exists. It's only our belief that we don't have it that masks it from our reality. But the truth is once we recognize that this is like just the illusion coming from the false self, and this is what has always been, it's like the veil falls. Okay, the veil falls. And you realize what you have been seeking outside of yourself has always existed within you. It was never lost, and it didn't need to be found. All right, any guidance for the relationship? Any guidance from Source to you and your divine masculine? Four of Wands in reverse. Four of Wands in reverse. Try not to feel like you have to argue your point in order to experience change. That's to be in duality. I have to change things outside of myself in order to get the results I want. That's not understanding that life is the reflection, and that no matter how much you try to change the reflection by manipulating the mirror, you could even break the mirror 1,000 times, the reflection is still going to come back to you the same. The only way to change the reflection in the mirror is to recognize that there is a source of the reflection and that the reflection isn't true reality. Then you can go back to the source, change the source, and then the reflection is going to show you something differently. So don't get mixed up in the 3D game. because the 3D game is just the reflection. Step back and recognize that you are the source of the reflection, and then you'll know how to play the game of life. That's advice from Source. And then let's take a look at probable outcome based upon current circumstances. What are current circumstances? They are the ripple effect of the cause. So how do we change the ripple effect of the cause? Because nothing is set in stone. You are the creator of your destiny. How do you create your destiny? By recognizing what you are in the present moment and the source in the present moment, so that you can create the destiny that you want, right? Destiny and free will exist simultaneously. It's not one or the other, it's both. So with cause and effect, what if things don't change and you just hold on to the same energy, and you and your divine masculine are in the same energy field and things just don't change? What's the probable outcome based upon that? Now, this is not something that is set in stone, Divine Feminine. This is something that you choose to either accept or say, no, that's not what I want. And then make sure your energy right now, in every now moment, is in alignment with what it is that you want to create. And eventually it has to show up. It's the law of the universe. The Empress in reverse. So if nothing changes, dependence on others, feeling like you can't bring into this world what it is that you want to bring into this world, and feelings of lack will continue to exist in both you and your divine masculine's reality. And this is the purpose of your meeting the divine masculine, is to wake up and become the beautiful creator that you are, Divine Feminine. You are the Empress. You are this. That's your birthright, remember? This is illusory. This already is. It's just you can't, to believe that you don't have this and it's something that you have to achieve is to be in a lack mindset. Okay, that's why it looks like this. But you're still in the same garden. Which one is it? Is it this or is it this? Is the glass half empty or is the glass half full? Both options exist already. They're both available to you. Which one do you choose? Right? And how do we choose? Well, by in this now moment, which one are we? You have to be the change and recognize that you already are that which you seek. It was never lost to you. It was only the thought that it was lost to you that made it seem like it was something different. It was a projected perception onto a reality that just is. So, your spiritual journey is your number one focus. It's your bullseye, Divine Feminine. It's your bullseye. Go watch the video I made about detaching from your twin flame the other day. If you haven't watched it yet, it's really, really good. It's short. It's like 3 minutes and something seconds, but it's got a lot of great information in it. I would love to urge you guys to go check out the description box below. If you are interested in tarot reading or if you are interested in one-on-one, you will find links for that in the description box below. We have group calls that start for as little as $20 per month. And you can get in and ask questions, be part of it, the community of others that are going through the same kind of journey that you are. And you can get help and support in so many different ways. So I suggest and hope to have you at least like and subscribe, because it really helps our channel out a lot. And if you're interested in any of those services, we would be happy to provide them for you. All right, friendship. I understand that a friend is in my life for a reason. All right, let's see. I understand that a friend is in my life for a reason. All humans are created from the same source. But there are some souls that share a unique kinship. Friendship can be the most exciting and beautiful experience on earth, but it can also be frustrating and heartbreaking. Understand that everyone in your path is here to teach you something. It may be for a year or a lifetime. Together you will teach each other various lessons of the heart, such as trust, love, loyalty, and admiration. The bonds of friendship are often stronger than those of family. You have formed a bridge of understanding between the two of you that has stood the test of time and of lifetimes. A true friend will illuminate your path instead of dim it. He or she will give advice with your best interests at heart. To be able to communicate at a soul level with another human being is the biggest treasure of the physical dimension. Absolutely 100% true right there. And one of the greatest friendships that you could have in this lifetime is one with yourself. Okay? Treasure and be grateful for all of those that have crossed your path. Source has sent you nothing but angels. Even your adversaries are there to teach you something valuable. Excuse me. Excuse me. Sorry, I didn't even have time to pause that to get those sneezes out. Even our adversaries, or what we would consider our foes, are there to teach us something valuable. We are all different characters in the play of each other's life. We play different roles, and oftentimes we don't even choose the roles that we play for somebody else because they're the one projecting the image onto us. So look at the image that you are projecting onto others, transmute that, and recognize that everyone is there for your highest good. Learn the lessons that are needed to be there from those that are more difficult to deal with. Everything is a reflection of self. And when we know that, there's power in that. I love you guys. Thanks for being here, and I will see you guys tomorrow.